Hey, welcome to HTH CTF 2021 Solve video series. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at remote control, which is the fourth reverse engineering challenge. Let's go ahead and get started. The last time, I actually had this already solved because I just solved this and forgot to switch my view in OBS, so I just recorded myself the entire time. All right, so now that hopefully I'm recording my screen, let's take a look at this challenge. This challenge is called Remote Control, had 12 solves. And with Remote Control, we don't have a challenge binary. And this time, unlike challenge response, I didn't actually forget to put anything on here. This is the challenge. We need to interface with it. We need to understand how it works. We need to document it, and we need to follow this procedure. Let's go ahead and connect to it and see what it looks like. All right, so it says interface uplink ready for input. You are now in control of the vehicle. All right, let's try help. Blinkers turn on. Okay, nice. Question mark. Blinkers turn off. Okay. Blinkers turn on. All right. F. Blinkers turn off. E. Oh, okay. The horn honks. So what we're doing here is sort of interfacing with this, and when we start typing things like 1, we're setting the throttle limit. We can go to 0, we can go to 9. As we start doing this, the vehicle's already off, so it looks like the back tick turns off the vehicle. If I do a tilde, it's going to start the vehicle's engine, then stop the vehicle's engine. So on the back end, this is actually a Python script that has a state machine that tracks everything that's going on. So if the vehicle is not running and you set the throttle limit, it just sets the throttle limit, right? If you do things like go to move forward and your throttle limit's really high, it'll have a different message that says that you like took off, right? Where if it's 1, it says like the vehicle lurches forward, things like that. So the state machine understands what sequence it's in and what you've gotten it to at a certain point, and it checks to make sure you do these operations in order. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to solve it, right? So let's go ahead and clear this. Let's go back to this. First thing we have to do is start the vehicle. Okay, and really this is just a process of trying lots of things and seeing what works and what doesn't and documenting what happens. So to start the vehicle, we do a, what is that, tilde? All right, that is the start the vehicle's engine. Then we need to release the brake. Okay, to release the parking brake, it's a lowercase b. We disable the parking brake. Then we set the throttle limit to 1 or higher. So I'm going to just set it to 1. Then we need to move forward. Okay, so I guess it's like stepping on the gas or something. The vehicle lurches forward. Okay. Then we go to set the throttle limit to 0. So now we want to stop the vehicle. Set the throttle limit to 0. Vehicle stops. Then we want to set the brake. The brake is capital B, set enable the parking brake. Then we want to turn the engine off. So it's going to turn the engine off. That is a back tick. Vehicle stops. And then this is the flag. HTH, we call it black box RE, but it's really just smashing buttons. And then if I add this in here, it will just tell me I already solved it. And that's the way that this was supposed to be solved. I mean, seems kind of funny to have a problem like this. Like, what did we really reverse engineer? Like, we interacted with it. We learned how it worked. And we took what we learned about how it worked and we followed a procedure to solve the problem. This is, I think, a skill set that's not used that or not thought about that often in reverse engineering. But it's really important that if we do have something that's a black box, we understand how it interfaces, how to interface with it, what it does when we interact with it, and what's going on with it. So this is a really cool challenge, I think, because it's silly. It's something that everybody can do as long as you spend enough time with it. And yeah, I think it kind of hits an area in reverse engineering that we just don't talk about very much. We think like we want code, we need to look at code. But this is the way it works in hardware reverse engineering or software reverse engineering. Lots of times there are things that you just need to interact with, work with, to better understand the system, and it helps you in the overall reverse engineering process. Next challenge is going to be the master lock, which is one of the hardest problems in the CTF, unless you know how to approach that type of challenge. So we'll take a look at it then. See you then. Bye.